All right, let's see what time it is. Okay, it is 6:05. Let's get started. So, my name is Melissa Brown. I'm the director of the New Orleans Metro Stars Track Club. It is good to meet and see all of you. Some of y'all who I've never seen before. So cool. Thanks for coming to this meeting. It's going to be pretty quick. I'm going to run through all of the information that you guys need to know for this season. Let's see. Let's go through. Next slide. Click. Next slide. No. Okay, hold up. Got it. All right. So here's our agenda for the day. We're going to go through organizational history, the coaches, communication, club dues and fees, club rules and policies, uniforms and equipment, events and terminology, practice information, and meet schedule, nationals, and then we're going to talk questions and answers, Q&A. Let's go. So New Orleans Metro Stars, we are a nonprofit organization. It started in the 1970s. Coach Clyde started the team. Basically in the Ninth Ward, he took a bunch of kids that were running Nord track and said, you know, we're gonna go to the Junior Olympics. We're gonna take these kids out of the city and give them an opportunity to see something bigger and better than what they've seen in New Orleans. So it's been going since then, and we're not gonna stop anytime soon from what I can see. You know, it went from a small organization of about 15 kids to 80 kids that we have now. So we've had our ups and downs with membership. So we've had years where we've had over 120 people. We've had years where we've had like 8 kids. So we're just gonna keep it moving going forward. Coach Clyde and Coach Holmes, they started the organization, passed it along to Miss Loretta and Coach Virgil. I actually was a member when Coach Clyde and Coach Holmes were coaching, and when Coach Loretta and Coach Virgil were coaching. And then once I grew up, went to college, came back, I came to volunteer for something, and they gave me the team. And that's how I became the director of the Metro Stars. Meet the coaches. Derek Mills. Derek Mills is an amazing coach. 1996 Olympian. Gold medalist, ran the 400 in 43 seconds. He's the best. Me, I'm an assistant coach. Coach Brian's an assistant coach. He had a daughter that ran for the team, and he decided to stay on and volunteer because, you know, even though his daughter graduated, he wanted to keep giving back to the community. Coach Uche, he's a throws coach. He works with the throwers, javelin, shot put, discus. His daughters run for the team. We had a need for a throws coach, and he went out to learn all the information that he could about throwing and decided to step up and be a throws coach last year. Worked out pretty well. We had our throwers medal at jails and at club championships, lots of them. So we're rolling. Coach Brooks, his son is on the team. He's a parent volunteer assistant coach. Stepped up and helped out when our numbers are killing us, and it's just a few of us coaches. Brooks is the one who gets the discipline going. So when the kids are cutting up, you may hear somebody say, "Shut up." I'm sorry if you don't like that term, but sometimes we say it. Tiana, she's a former member of the Metro Stars who grew up through the program and graduated. She's getting a degree in elementary education, so she wanted to come out and help out with the little kids to help herself learn to deal with the younger kids. So we're grateful for her for stepping up and helping us out with the 8 and unders. Coach Jason, he's Derek's friend, also an Olympian who came down to New Orleans. He's helping out with John Curtis right now. He said he's going to come help us out in the summer. So shout out to Jason. Jason Rouse is the best. Also, I didn't have it on here, but John, he's the jumps coach. He'll be helping us out this year too. I'm going to explain about how that's going to work a little bit later on, but he's amazing. He jumped for, dang, I forgot what school. I'm sorry, John, if you're on this call. Let's see. All right, communication. Communication will come from the Stack Team app. If you have not joined the Stack Team app already, please follow the steps to do so. It's pretty easy. I'll show y'all really quick. New share. Let's see. Back to the internet. So let's see. No, that's not it. Wrong thing. Hold up. Flights, team app. So that's a team app. Team app is pretty easy. You'll go on there and look up, find my team, type in New Orleans. Oops. Wow. Wow. Metro Stars. And boom, we're right here. Click on it, join, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And the app, you just download the Stack Team app, and it's the same process. Search the team and join. No longer share, go back to the slideshow. So I made it a little bit easier to communicate with everybody because it was kind of confusing between emails and the group chat. So now emails and the group chat are all in one place. So you'll get, if I put out news, then you'll get an email notification from that, and you'll also get a notification on the app. If somebody says something on the group chat, asks a question on the group chat, or we're updating you guys during the meet, then it'll be on the Stack Team app and you'll get a notification from that. If practice changes or anything like that, it'll always be on the Stack Team app. Everything's going to be on Stack Team app. It also makes it a safer communication protocols for us. So nobody could talk to you unless you want them to talk to you. So you're not going to get any unexpected emails from some random person. All right, so now we're talking money. So this is what everybody wants to know. Whoa. Messed up a little bit. So in order to become a member of the New Orleans Metro Stars, because we're a nonprofit, all of our costs are covered by membership fees. So everybody has to pay club dues. I made a mistake. It's not $320. It is $400 this year for the 2023 year. Breakdown, because meet fees, entry fees went up, they skyrocketed, and we had to add those costs in so that we're not eating it like we did last year. We ate a lot of money on meet entry fees. So we had to fix that to fix our budget, to fix everybody else so that we can keep these kids where they're supposed to be and make sure that everybody's where they're in meets where they're supposed to be. So meet entry fees had to go up. The AU club membership fee, renewal fee, $15. USATF certification fee, $15. USATF, the individual membership fee for athletes, $16. USATF membership athlete, $20. The meet entry fees, $200. Team t-shirt, $20. Miscellaneous club purchases are $114. The total adds up to $400. I know y'all are probably asking, what are miscellaneous team purchases and how do they pertain to me? They're not going to pertain to you because nothing goes to adults on this team. Everything goes to the kids. Let's see. Miscellaneous team or the club, overhead costs for the club. Miscellaneous club purchases or overhead costs and expenses that the team may or may not occur, and they may or may not occur every season. So sometimes we have to pay for things, sometimes we don't have to pay for these things, depending on what we get. So these are items that may be covered by miscellaneous team fees. Equipment purchases and repair, tent purchases and repair, hotel deposits, charter bus rental deposits, coaches certification fees, administrative fees like printing and getting the places. Like if we have to get the coaches to a clinic out of town, then we're going to get them to a clinic out of town so they can learn, so they can better your kids. Food purchases at travel meets. So when we go out of town, we're often the coaches and some chaperones are often chaperoning kids. So if a kid is at a meet without their parent, then there's no reason for a child to come out of their pocket for food or drink or anything. So we'll help out with that. Meet hosting fees. We host a meet every season, and that is a bulk of the expenses because we have to pay for site rental fees, we have to pay for timing systems, we have to pay for equipment at that meet, we have to pay for security, ambulances, everything. So in hosting a meet, there are overhead costs, and that eats up some of our funds. So that's where the miscellaneous club purchases go. Next slide. All right, club dues and fees. The entry fees paid in the club dues will cover athlete entry for all local and regional meets. They do not cover entry nor travel to and hotel for tentative meets such as the USATF Region 6 Championships or the USATF Junior Olympics. Uniform fees are separate from club membership dues simply because members do not have to purchase a new uniform every single year. The club dues must be paid by Monday, May 8th, 2023, or we will not be entering your athlete in a meet. Matter of fact, what we're gonna do this year is once y'all get on this team, once y'all come to practice, we're sending an invoice out to make sure that y'all get started paying on these fees, because it was I want to say 80 people on the team last year, and we were chasing 40 down by the deadline. So we don't want to chase anybody down. We don't have to chase anybody down. We just want y'all. We have, matter of fact, let me show you guys how to do this so that it makes it a little bit easy for you guys and you guys understand how the payment works. So let me share a screen real quick. New share, back to the internet. Share. So let's see. Middle of this meeting. And club store. So when you go to the club store page on the New Orleans Metro Stars website, nometrostars.org, you'll click on club store, and here we go. The first link right there, membership. So if you are able to pay it $400 outright, boom, do it. $400 single payment. That's how you do it. Click, add your athlete's name, because most of the time, I'm gonna be real with you guys, the coaches are not gonna learn you parents' names for like a good 2 months. Like, because we're gonna focus on learning the kids' name, because that helps us build rapport with the kids and helps them trust us. And that's what matters, the kids trusting us and listening to us. So we learn their names first, and then we get to know y'all, we figure y'all out. All right. So don't feel like, oh, the coaches be ignoring me. We're supposed to. Y'all are not members of the team, the kids are. So please put your athlete's name. That being said, please put your athlete's name so that we know who you're paying for. All right. So we have different payment options. You don't have to pay the whole thing at once. You can pay in 2 payments, 4 payments, or 8 payments. All right. We're not gonna, it's not hard. If you need any help, just let us know. If you guys are struggling financially, or if you're like a teenager and you're working at McDonald's trying to pay for this, communicate with us and we'll figure out a way to help you out. This is the membership fees is our great equalizer. We treat everybody the same because everybody is the same. You get your stuff together. We get our stuff together. We get our kids together. Let's see, let's go back to the PowerPoint. So club dues must be paid by Monday, May 8th, 2023. Club dues may be paid online only via PayPal, via club website. So y'all saw it right there, nometrostars.org/clubstore.html. Just in case y'all are following along, all of this is on the membership manual, and that will be sent out later on, like right after this meeting. I'm going to send it out to everybody who's on this call. And if you didn't sign up via PayPal, if you didn't sign up for this meeting on, what was it, the application, team app, or via the website, then I probably don't have your email address, and you probably should, so that I can get your email address so I can send you the manual, because y'all kids, you're gonna find out. Okay. You need to have that. All right, club rules. Okay, this is the nitty gritty. We used to only have 10 rules, but now we had to add a few. All right. Number 1, no bullying, negativity, or fighting. Number 2, arrive at practices on time. Number 3, all revenue collected under the club's name and federal identification number will go directly to the team account and be used solely for the athletes in this program. Number 4, no jeans or school uniforms allowed at practice. Number 5, follow directions the first time given. Number 6, club colors are purple, white, and gold. Number 7, athletes must be clothed at all times. So this is, people think, what are you talking about? Well, we practice at City Park. It's an open park. It's a public place, public location, open to anybody to come out there. So we don't know who's out there. So boys and girls, y'all can't come out here in a crop top or anything. That's against the rules. Boys, y'all got to keep your shirts on, keep the bird in the cage, bird chest in the cage. All right. That's pretty much it, because we don't know these people out there. We don't know who's looking at y'all's kids. Number 8, athletes under the age of 13 are required to wear the youth uniforms. Number 9, if an athlete is on medication, it must be brought to every meet, practice, trip, and club event. Number 10, parents are not allowed to interrupt practices. Number 11, athletes under 10 must be accompanied by a parent/guardian at all Metro Stars events. Number 12, notifications to the director must be made 1 week prior to any possible missed event date. Number 13, there will be no refund of fees that includes self-removal or dismissal. Number 14, in an effort to prevent future injury from our athletes. Hold up, somebody was coming in. Any Metro Stars member that engages in assistance from personal trainers or from coaches of other team programs, schools must disclose this information to the organization or the athlete will be dismissed. Because we need to know who's, like, if y'all are doing like personal training, weightlifting and all that stuff on the side, we just need to know what y'all are doing. If it's running congruent to the program, like if it's supplemental to the program, if it's not, then you don't need to be doing it. Just talk to Derek if you're doing it, and he'll talk to that coach or somebody and see if that person is going along with what our program is doing. Because it doesn't make sense for us to do one thing and another coach doing the exact opposite, because that'll end up in an injury. And it's happened before, so we don't want it to happen again. Number 15, all athletes returning to the Metro Stars program that refuse to train with the club will not be allowed to compete as Metro Stars athletes. Like, y'all can't just show up to the meets and not come to practice. It's not happening. Uniforms. All right, so the cost of uniforms is $65. The uniforms for the older kids with the compression bottoms will be $75. Matter of fact, I have to change that. It's adult sizes. So if you're even if your child is still in the shorts, if they're 12 and under, if they wear adult sizes, then they got to pay the adult price, because it costs a little bit more for the big clothes. The uniform is to be worn at all meets. Only purple, white, or black tights, compression shirts, and a sports bra are to be worn and visible under the uniforms. I know y'all sons and daughters like the little PSD and Ethica underwears and the colorful stuff. No, y'all are crazy. Don't do that. Yeah, solid colors, only black, white, purple. Only athletes ages 13 and over are allowed to wear the compression bottoms. So I know y'all are asking, why is that? Why can't my child wear a compression uniform? Why can't they do that? Why can't my 8-year-old? Because they're a child, bro. So look, these kids these days don't have a rites of passage. So you got girls and boys that's going straight from Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirts to Forever 21 outfits and V-Lone and all this other stuff. They don't have a chance to be kids. Like, even when they're growing up and hitting their tween years and, you know, learning what they're doing with their bodies, they don't get a chance to be kids. So what Metro Stars does is we let you be a kid as long as you can, long as possible. So the shorts are the shorts. It is what it is. And when you make 13, when you're considered a big kid in our organization, then you can have a choice when you're old enough to make that decision with bodily autonomy to say, Coach, I'm comfortable in the tights. I think I want. Because we had kids last year that grew up and hit 13 and they thought they was ready for the tights. And they said, Coach Mel, I'm ready for the tights. Give me the tights. Give me the tights. Gave them the tights. And they put them on and they said, Coach Mel, give me some shorts. So it is what they're allowed to make that choice when they're at their age. When they're under 12, you're in the shorts, straight up. Let me show you the process of ordering uniforms. It's pretty simple. Go back to the club store page. So share. So on the club store page, you just scroll right down here. Right under the membership is uniforms. So you put your athlete name, because you're not going to need a uniform, adult. You don't run for us. Your contact email, the gender, the size, how many you need. And then most of the time, because especially if you're new, you're going to get a full uniform, okay? And a full uniform includes singlet and shorts. That's it, okay? The socks are not included in the uniform. Compression shorts are for the older kids. So most of the time, once you send me the name, I'm going to know their age because you've registered, because you're supposed to register yourselves, okay? So when y'all register, I'm going to see, okay, so Sally is 14 years old. I know that because they registered, and Sally needs a adult small uniform. So I know that, and Sally's a girl, so full uniform, I know she's gonna need the compression shorts, or if she wants the compression shorts, you can let me know. Like, just come talk to me and say, Coach Mel, I want to try the compression shorts. Cool, I'll add them. But if you don't, just say, Coach Mel, make sure you give me some shorts this year. I don't want the compression shorts. All right. But if you're under 13, you're not getting the compression shorts, straight up. I had to deal with it when I was on the Metro Stars. Matter of fact, I couldn't even get it until I was 15. So I'm being nice by letting the 13-year-olds get it. So the socks are not included in the uniform, but you can order some if you want to. After you click order now and submit everything, I'm going to send you an invoice via PayPal. You pay for your uniform. Most of the time, these uniforms, because they're sublimated, they're going to take about 3 weeks to come in. I'm going to go through inventory first because we have some left over from last year. I'm going to check inventory first. Pick out what I have, see if we have the full uniform in inventory, I'm going to give it to you as soon as possible. If we don't, then it's going in the order and it's going to take about 3 weeks to get here. All right. And then I will let everyone know. I'm not just going to tell one person at a time and say, oh yeah, uniforms are in. Like, I'm just going to give you yours. No, I'm going to let everyone know when that bulk uniform comes in. So uniforms need to be paid by a certain date. All of my new people ordering new uniforms, please purchase your uniform by March. Is it March 27th? That's the Monday. Yes, March 27th. So please order your uniform by March 27th so you can put that order in so you can have that uniform before the first meets start. And you'll have a chance to try on for your athlete to try on the uniform just in case they don't fit, and maybe we can order another one or go through inventory and see if we have one that fits them. Matter of fact, if you remember last year, have your athlete try on their uniform now and see if they fit it, and don't wait until the last minute before the first meet say, oh, my son can't fit his shorts anymore. I need a new pair. That's gonna be 3 weeks, buddy. So please have them try that stuff on now. I know y'all are probably thinking, Mel sounds a little bit frustrated. Sometimes y'all frustrate me, but I love y'all to death. All right, so the next part, hold up. Share back to the slideshow. All right, yeah, March 27, 2023. Once again, the website to pay for the uniforms is nometrostars.org/club store. Next page. All right, equipment. Proper running shoes are required. Really, for practice, we're not going to get into the spikes until probably April. So if you want to order some spikes now, you might want to get into that. But what is truly required is a good pair of running shoes. Like, if you come out there in a pair of LeBrons or Jordans, those are not good running shoes. They're not good for the kids' feet. You can go to Academy. There's a whole running shoe section. You can go to Louisiana Running and Walking Company, which is on Canal and Carrollton, the corners of Canal and Carrollton. They have a good selection of running shoes. If you want to, if you mention the Metro Stars, you can get a discount because they show us love every year. Spikes are needed once meets begin. So we're gonna start getting into the spikes so the kids get used to them, like at the mid-April. You know, have the kids sized up. You can go to Louisiana Running and Walking Company. We'll size your kids up for spikes. They're really good with that. Academy doesn't really know that much about spikes, so I wouldn't go to Academy. There are different websites where you can buy spikes at. It's pretty simple. Eastbay just shut down, which was one of the best sites to get spikes for a low cost. So right now, Runner's Warehouse is kind of the best bet. They've taken over kind of Eastbay spot with the spikes. Make sure that your kids have a water bottle at practice every day. So if you invest in just a water bottle you can refill, a refillable water bottle, because they need water every day at practice, or you will be spending your money buying Gatorade every single day. So your best bet is to chuck out that $20 and buy a water bottle. Oh no, I need to change that. Metro Stars will be providing implements. We do have practice implements, but what we need for practice to go smoothly for our throwers, once your athlete has been designated a thrower, please buy your athlete their implements so that they can get practice with them and bring those implements to meets. So it makes it a little bit easier for them so they don't have to borrow anybody else's implements at meets. And they also get practice throwing on their own implements. And we'll make sure that they have the right weights. We'll let you guys know the right weights that they need so that they're getting their stuff together. Metro Stars has tents for meets. We have 2 10x20 tents. We'll also have a couple of 10x10 tents, but you can bring your own tents. We have a lot of people. So bring your own tents, but the tent game is very serious. So if you're bringing a tent, you need to be there early. You need to be at the meet early, first thing in the morning. Like if we say, oh, these runners need to be here at 9 o'clock, you need to be there at 7 to get that tent up and in a good spot next to the Metro Stars, because otherwise it's not happening. Let's see. Spikes. So the type of track and field shoes your athlete will use will depend on what kind of races or events they participate in. So short distance and sprints, there are the spikes, the heel is like most of the time they're very thin because they have a plate at the bottom to help them like stay up on the balls of their feet. So those are sprint spikes. Middle distance spikes, they'll have like a thinner sole. They have a sole at the bottom on the heel, but it'll be kind of thin. So most of the times we put the kids in middle distance spikes or, you know, all around spikes because they're kids and we don't know which events they do. And a lot of kids have a bad habit of heel striking and we're trying to get them off of that. So we don't want them to get injured in the meantime. So even though they're not supposed to be heel striking, it'll hurt them more if they're in sprint spikes, heel striking. So we put them in the middle distance spikes so that they learn in a safer environment how to run correctly. So also those middle distance spikes are good for our kids starting off in long jump who are just learning how to do it because they have the sole at the bottom. So it's pretty much middle distance is kind of an all around spike. The long distance spikes, they have a thicker heel because a lot of distance runners heel strike. And because they're running a lot longer. So for new runners who have not found their event, it's best to err on the side of caution and choose a middle distance multi-event spike. So like I said, so where to buy spikes? The local stores, we have Louisiana Running and Walking Company on Canal. We have Varsity Sports on Magazine Street. The Nike Factory store is closed, forgot about that. Dick's Sporting Goods across the river. If they don't have them in stock, like Louisiana Running Company, Varsity Sports, and Dick's Sporting Goods, they'll order them if they don't have the spikes in stock. So they kind of have like a catalog where they can order from. Academy Sports and Outdoors, every now and then you'll run across a pair. Actually, Marshalls. If you go to Marshalls, you may run across a pair of spikes or two. The best websites. So East Bay is closed down, which was the best site. Foot Locker is pretty good. Champ Sports is pretty good. Fitness Sports is very good for the small size athletes. So like if you have an athlete that wears under a size 5, it's kind of hard to find spikes once the season's on because everybody buys up all those spikes. Fitness Sports always has a pair from size 13 up to 5. Amazon is really good about the small size spikes too. Amazon has a lot of spikes actually in their selection. Dick Pine Athletics has spikes too for smaller sizes. 6 p.m. they have like the hard to find spikes. If y'all want to go high end and get max flies and all that stuff, 6 p.m. is a good place. And Runner's Warehouse is a good place for that. VS Athletics also has small size spikes. So I know once the season starts and once we get into like looking into spikes, y'all are gonna be calling me like, what's those sites again? I got y'all, no problem. So Metro Stars we have a grant that we were given a couple of years ago. It's an equipment grant. We have about, out of those 30 pairs, we have about 15 left. And we've been blessed with like parents on this team who give us spikes because they bought some and their kids didn't fit them. So we still have about 30 pairs of spikes to give away. So if you're looking for a pair of spikes and you fit one of those sizes that we have in inventory, then you can have them. Those are free for Metro Stars members. Athletes will receive the spikes on a first come, first served basis, in the order which their club dues are paid. So if you haven't paid your club dues, or started paying your club dues on a payment plan, then, not getting spikes. All right, so the events, these are the events that we coach, the Metro Stars coach. We have races, throws, and jumps athletes. The coaches will place all of the athletes and events that we think they'll suit them best. Please allow us to coach your athlete. You know, we're very observant. We see kids that come from other organizations or kids that's their first time running and y'all are unsure of their events. Just let us coach them and we'll figure it out for you. So sprints, we have the 100, 200, 400, distance events, 800, 1500, and 3000. Hurdles, we have the 80-meter hurdles for the 12 and unders, the 100, 110 hurdles for the 13 and ups, 200-meter hurdles for 13, 14-year-old age group, and the 400-meter hurdles for 15, 16, and 17, 18. Relays, the 4x1, 4x4, 4x8, 4x2. There's one event where they had the 4x2, and that's the governor's games, I believe. Throwing events, we coach javelin, shot put, and this is turbo javelin for the little ones for the 12 and unders. Jumps, long jump, triple jump, high jump. We do not coach pole vault. Nobody knows how to do pole vault here. Straight up. Track terminology, sprint, that is a short distance race, less than 1 time around the track. Mid distance, a race lasting longer than 1 time around the track, but less than 7 times around the track. Distance events are races lasting longer than 7 times around the track. A stagger, staggers are used, that's where the most confusion comes in for our brand new parents. Staggers are used in races that start on a curve to make up the difference in distance of the curve in each lane. So each athlete starts at the same distance from the finish line. Blocks is an aid for starting sprint events. Heats are rounds of races within an age group. So that's another point of confusion for our newer parents. So when we're at a track meet, there's most of the time more than 8 kids in each age group. So when you have an 8-year-old running the 100, so there's going to be 1 heat of 8 people in that 8-year-old age group, and then there's going to be, if there's 40 kids in that age group, then there's going to be 5 heats of that age group. So even though your child may have won their race, their group, they're still being timed against all 40 of those kids. So it's not just they won their heat, but they got 3rd place overall. Like, y'all, please don't go to the official start fussing at them for that, because they got 3rd. A lap is 1 complete time around the track, 400 meters. A PR, we say that a lot, that's a personal records. Split is the time of a particular segment of a race. So if you need to learn more about track and field terminology, if you're trying to figure all that stuff out, there's a website, track.isport.com, and you can learn about, information about events and all this other stuff. It's a pretty good site. It's like track for dummies. I like it. So this is a track. All tracks are generally 400-meter ovals, except for indoor, they're 200-meter ovals most of the time. Generally each straightaway is about 100 meters and each curve is 100 meters long. So 400 meters around the track, 2 straightaways, 2 curves, 400 meters. Staggers are used to make the distance around the track equal for each lane. So like say for the 400-meter start. So if you think of the track like a bullseye, so the shortest way around the bullseye is the center, right? So lane 1, that's the shortest way around the 400. That's a guaranteed 400 from start to finish. That's a 400. As you go out to lane 2, 3, 4, and 5, it gets a little bit wider. You take a longer time to get around. So we have to make up for that distance so that moves up. So now that's 400 to that line right there. And so when you move up here, around here, it's 400 to that line. Okay, that's the stagger. Nobody's running shorter than anybody else. They're not cheating. Lane 8 is not cheating your child that's in lane 1. They're running the same distance around. The one, like generally on the track that we practice at the tag only track and field, well, it's not tag only, it's the city park practice track. We're normally over here. We do our drills and all this stuff, load up the kids over here, drills, warm-ups all over here. And parents, y'all are gonna stay in this area. So once track practice starts, once those kids start taking laps, this is where parents don't need to be. Y'all need to be off the track, outside, okay? Let's see. Next page. Next page. Next page. Okay. All right. Practices will be held every Tuesday. Oh, shoot. I don't know what. Oh, no. We're on Wednesdays and Saturdays right now. Wednesdays and Saturdays at City Park Practice Track, located adjacent to Tag Only Stadium, unless otherwise specified. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Saturday practices will be held at 9:30 a.m. Wherever specified, please pay attention to the Stack Team app, and we will let y'all know what time or where we'll be at for Saturday practices. Because sometimes we go to the levee and we get some hill work in, or we'll go to the bridge by the lakefront and we'll get some hill work in. Practice schedule. Practice will generally go by the following schedule. So we'll do warm-ups, 6 o'clock arrival, by 6:05, we're starting our warm-up laps as a group. 6:10, we're starting our stretches and drills. 6:30, by the time we're finished with our drill, 6:30, we're working out. 7 o'clock is strength and abs, 7:30 school down. That's basically our off season, because we want to get everybody out early, because most of the time it's on the school night. Get in, get out. If everybody comes on time, we can get out by 7:30. Once the season starts, we're going to be doing 4-day practices. So pretty much, let's see, at the end of March, starting April, we'll go to 4 days. We're about to start 3-day practices next week. We're trying to lock down the days right now, but Saturdays are definite and Wednesday still a definite. We're still trying to figure out what's the other days. But here's the general schedule for the summer. Once we get started in the summertime, I don't want to see y'all saying, I don't know which days we're supposed to be practicing. This is going to be in the manual. So Mondays, regular workout. Everybody needs to be there. The 8U runners will come. So 8U runners, because y'all are little and it's a lot of track to get around, we're not going to overwork those little kids. That doesn't make any sense to us. It'll drain them. It'll burn them out. So 8U runners only work out 2 to 3 days a week. So Mondays, 8U runners come. Wednesdays, 8U runners come. Everybody will be there on Monday. There's no skipping Mondays because it's the hard day. If you miss Monday, you about to learn a hard lesson. Tuesdays, javelin, that's when y'all work out. Short hurdles, that's when short hurdles work out. Wednesdays, well, everybody else will also do, like the runners will also do their running workouts. Wednesdays, runners will work out shot put. That's when the throwers work on shot put. The hurdlers work on the long hurdle. So that's my 200 hurdlers and up. The 8U runners will also be there on Wednesday. Thursday, that's regular workout for the runners, the discus people. The people who throw will do discus if they throw discus, and that's jump day. So if you do long jump, triple jump, then Thursday is your jump day. So why we did this is because we had people saying, oh man, I missed long jump practice yesterday. Derek, can you run through some marks with me today in the middle of a workout? And Derek's a nice man. He's a very nice guy. He's almost too nice. He would do it, which is crazy to me. So from here on out, if you miss jump day, you miss jump day. If you missed your javelin practice day, you missed your javelin practice day. If you missed your hurdles day, you missed your hurdles day, because we have days specified for everything. There's no missing the day and coming back and saying, oh, can I work on this today? No, you missed your day. And Mondays, you better be there on Monday. Just saying. All right, let's see. That's this. Next screen. Come on. All right, track meets. Track meets are all-day events. Plan your day from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. pretty much. Check the schedule and inform coaches before any meets of absences. So what's going to happen with the team app, we have a schedule. So we'll be able to put the meets on the schedule. Make sure that if you are coming to the meet, then you say that your athlete is coming to the meet. Like you indicate that they're coming to the meet, because if you don't, we're not going to put them in. And if you say that y'all are going to show up and y'all don't show up to 3 meets, then we're not putting y'all in any other meet until y'all, let us know what was going on. Like, oh man, my bad. We was on vacation. I wasn't really paying attention to stuff and I just clicked on everything. Like, if you don't show up for 3 meets, then that's, inconvenient for everybody, especially people who are on relays. Athletes' entry fees for meets are paid through membership dues. Parents and family must be prepared to pay $5 to $10 cash entry for every meet. So throughout the summer, you know, the kids will walk into the meet. How we do this, we kind of stagger the arrival times because we know that some people are going to be there all day and some people are not going to have to be there all day. So, you know, we'll send a parent or a volunteer, or one of the coaches will be out there at the gate during those arrival times. If y'all don't come during the arrival times that we specified, then y'all will have to come into the gate. You have to pay your entry fee. Your athlete probably won't be able to get in because they don't have the bib number and all this other stuff and their wristband. So you have to pay your entry fee, try to find the person with the bib numbers and everything to get to your athlete, and then bring that back out to your athlete. Because once we get rolling, we're rolling. The coaches, the volunteers, we're doing what we have to do to get the meet, like to get the kids rolling, get them warmed up, get them ready to compete. So we're not really focused on parents arriving late or after the time that we told everybody to arrive, if that makes sense. We would like athletes to arrive at meets at least an hour prior to their first event. All right. Oh yeah, let me go through the meet schedule. We'll share. So the 2023 meet schedule. Let's do this. So the 2023 meet schedule. 5/13/14. Our first meet will be May 13th and 14th, and that'll be Speed Capital Central at Tag Only Stadium in New Orleans. So it's a home meet. We did well last year. Hopefully we do well again this year. Well, I know we're gonna do well this year. We always do well. We do well. We're a good group. 5/20 is the U.S. Express Invitational. It'll be at Walker High School in Walker, Louisiana. 5/27, that's the KY Invitational, location to be determined. 6/3 is the Southeast Louisiana Road Runner season opener. That'll be at Southeastern Louisiana University in Hammond. The 8th is a primary invitational for the little kids, the 8 and under, specifically for them, but we're hosting the meet. So I need hands on deck to help us host that meet. It's a really fun event. It's easy peasy. The kids just run and have fun, get little ribbons and medals and stuff like that. And they just have a good time. It's adorable. It's really adorable. 6/10 through 6/11. That's the Governor's Games. It's going to be at Chalmette High School in Chalmette, Louisiana, which is pretty much just a little bit past New Orleans East. 6/17 is the FTC Invitational at Bruley High School. So what we're doing this year, we're not running at the AAU Junior Olympics because it is in Iowa, and I polled the parents who went to Iowa for the Junior Olympics the last time it was there, and they said they did not want to go back. So I'm not going to make it wasn't a valuable experience for our athletes or families. And that's what the point of the program is for these kids and families to have valuable experiences that they'll remember for the rest of their lives, and it'll help them, give them a reason to strive forward with hard work. Understand it, you know, when you work hard, there's a gift at the end. There's a reward at the end. So we're running USATF because the Junior Olympics is at Hayward Field at the University of Oregon. So it's a very cool place. It's where they run the Olympic trials at. It's where they had the NCAA championships at. It's a really cool stadium, state of the art, really nice place to be. So in order to get there, last year with AAU Junior Olympics, we only have to go through one qualifying event, and that is regionals. For USATF Junior Olympics, we have to go through 2. We have to go through districts, then regionals. So the USATF Southern Association Junior Olympics is the district. That's going to be held in Mississippi at a location to be determined. They'll let us know probably next month. They'll have that location solidified. Then the top 8 spots. So if you come in the top 8 in the 100 or top 8 in the 200, then you qualify to participate in the USATF Region 6 Championships. And that will be at the University of Louisiana Lafayette in Lafayette, Louisiana. So once you do that, then if you place in the top 8 at regionals, then you qualify to participate in the USATF Junior Olympics. You cannot miss this meet and try to compete in this meet. It's not gonna happen. If you didn't qualify, that's it. This is the qualifying meet for this. So the AAU Junior Olympics is our big travel meet this year. That's what we're trying to get to. That's what we're striving for at the end of the season. So that'll take place on, oh wait, sorry, I just skipped right over the invitational meet. It's an invitation meet though. It'll be determined where they'll be at later on. 7/22, that is our meet. We're hosting at Johnny Jacobs Playground. It's a big fundraiser that we do for the team to get us out to the Junior Olympics to help the kids that we have to chaperone, whose parents really can't afford to, send their kid all the way out to Oregon and all that stuff. If they qualify, we're going to try to get them there no matter what. So once again, if you look at the schedule, the important meets are in bold. So I'm giving this to you guys in March. Y'all can't say, oh man, I didn't know this. This is going to be, I'm going to email this to everybody. And I already sent it to the people that's already on the group. That's already on the app. So I have that on there, and in the parent information manual, the schedule is in the parent information manual. So there's no way y'all can say, I never received the schedule. You're going to get it. If you didn't get it now, you're going to get it later. The important meets in bold, the ones with the little star by it, the fees for meet entry and travel are not included in the registration fees. So because the USATF Region Championship is not necessarily a meet that you're automatically going to, you have to qualify to compete in it. It's not in the registration fees. I'm not going to make somebody pay for something that they probably didn't qualify for or something like that. Or the USATF Junior Olympics. So if you don't make it out of regionals, then you didn't qualify for Junior Olympics, and I'm not going to make you pay for the entry fee for Junior Olympics. So that's a later on cost that you'll have to remember. The qualifying meets are in italics. Team travel meets are in purple. So I'll be sending you guys a schedule. All right, back to, if you haven't looked at it already. Shit. All right. All right, so we only have one travel meet this year. USATF Junior Olympic Games, Hayward Field, University of Oregon and Eugene, Oregon, July 26th through July 31st. Qualification necessary. So this is Hayward Field. This is where the kids will be competing. The place is on TV all the time if they qualify. So this is what we're striving towards at the end of the season, to get out here. Also, I've reserved spots for the Metro Stars kids, all of our 11 and up athletes, to stay on campus. So we'll find out in a month if they approved it for us. And then that'll make travel a little bit easier, because the kids will definitely have a place to stay. Y'all, if you're coming along, y'all got to find somewhere to be. I also have one of our parents that works for the airlines working on flights for everybody. So it's not going to be free, but it's going to be as low of a cost that we can make it. Like we're going to get y'all out there if you qualify. Booster Club. So the Booster Club, that's parents, that's on y'all. If y'all want to create a Booster Club, y'all got to get that rolling and let us know. But as you recall, I've said in the team rules, all money raised using the Metro Stars tax ID number or the name Metro Stars has to go towards the Metro Stars kids. Y'all can't be shaking cans and then saying, oh, this is just towards my child. Like if 6 kids are out there, then 6 kids get that money. Oh, we don't shake hands, my bad. Ooh, I just said that. We don't shake hands. If y'all's out there with a lemonade stand, if y'all's out there hustling, selling candy, y'all can't take that and pay your water bill. FAQ. So I'm gonna go, I know some of y'all have questions. Let's see. Stop this share and we'll go back to the manual. Hold up, share screen. Club manual is on here. So the parent information manual that I sent out earlier has a lot of information in it. Pretty much all the information that I just shared with you guys. Let's go back down, scroll down. Look at these kids, they're so adorable. Coaches, got all that. Sign up. All right, make sure that if you have not signed your athlete up already for the Metro Stars, that you do so on nometrostars.org/team. Also, my returning members, I need you all to sign up, please. And please, when you sign up, make sure you're uploading your athletes' birth certificates. We need the birth certificates this year. They're doing an age verification thing for both AAU and USATF. So we need birth certificates, or if you don't have the birth certificates, we need like a shot record or a passport or something like that, or a state ID if they have any of that. So any form of age verification, we need that to be uploaded. Communication, the team stack app, membership dues, I already covered that. Rules and procedures, yeah, got that. Uniform fee. All right, so practice groups. The kids will be split up in practice based on their ages, the events they compete in, and skill level. Some athletes will have what seems to be harder, more rigorous workouts. Some athletes will spend more time building skill and improving form. Every athlete will receive the same amount of coaching. So we have our main groups are groups 1, 2, and 3. Group 1 is our sprint group. So that's mostly our younger kids and our people who run the 100 and lower. Group 2 is our basic 200, 400, 800 group. So long sprinters. Group 3 is our 800 up runners. So if we have those 3 groups, those are our basic groups, and we split the kids up. Most of the time, the little kids will go off with their coach and learn the basics of track and field before they actually join group 1. So they'll probably spend half the summer with the baby group, we call it. And then later on, sometimes they'll join into group 1. Or sometimes like some of the baby kids, they'll get it. They start getting it and start picking up everything that we're teaching them. And then we'll move them up into group 1 or group 2 based on what their skill sets are. So little kids, we break them down a little bit later. So we start figuring them out. So the little kids are more experimental. They're learning. They're just picking up the sport. We let them try everything. So if they want to try javelin, we let them try turbo javelin. We let them try long jump. We let them try shot put. We let them try the races. Like, I feel like Izzy has done literally everything. Cause he'll say, Coach Mel, let me do shot put. And I'll say, all right, go ahead to shot put, and he'll do it. And then he'll come back and say, I don't like that no more. So the little kids are more experimental because it's a sport that they're learning. Nothing is set in stone. Matter of fact, everybody from pretty much 14 and under, nothing is set in stone for them because they're kids and they're still growing. You can't say an 8-year-old is going to be a sprinter forever because you don't know what they're going to grow up to be. You don't know if they're going to grow up and end up being 7 feet tall and can't turn over anymore. So it's all learning. Nothing is set. Stuff will move around. Age groups. This is a point of confusion for parents also. So the age groups are based on the year, the full year that your child was born. It doesn't matter if they were born after September or before September until they're like 17, until they're in the 18-year-old age group, if they make 19. So the 8 and unders for AAU, so anybody born in 2015 and after, they're in the 8 and under age group. So it doesn't matter if they're born in January or December. If they're born in 2015, they're in 8 and under. If they're born in 2014, it doesn't matter if they're born in January or December. They're in 9-year-old age group. They move up. 10-year-olds, 2013, 11-year-olds, 2012, the 12-year-olds, 2011, the 13-year-olds in 2010, the 14-year-olds in 2009, 15, 16 is 2007 and 2008, and the 17, 18 is 2005 and 2006. And the kids born in, and the only difference is the kids in 2004, if they're born after September, then they still have another season of eligibility for AAU and USATF because, you know, they just graduated high school most of the time. USATF age divisions, they're a little bit different. So they go 2 years at a time. So the 8 and under age group is the same as 2015 and after. The 9-year-old age groups is not just 9-year-olds, it's 9 and 10-year-olds. So 2013 and 2014 is the 9 and 10 age group. The 11-year-olds, they're going to be bumped up with the 11 and 12-year-olds. So 11 and 12, 2011 and 2012. The 13-year-olds, normally they're by themselves, but now they're 13, 14. So 2009 and 2010, y'all are together. 15, 16, same thing. 17, 18 is the same thing. So for AAU, for relays only, 9-year-olds compete with the 10-year-olds, the 11-year-olds compete with the 12-year-olds, the 13-year-olds compete with the 14-year-olds. So the only time you'll get double age groups in AAU is on a relay. So we went through the practice schedule. Meet schedule. Oh, this is the parent information manual, by the way. Travel. Parents and guardians are required to transport their athletes to and from practices and meets. If a ride to practice or a meet is required, a parent may contact one of the parents who live near them to help them out. All right, so frequently asked questions. These are things that people have asked over the years, multiple times, and we have it out here so y'all know. Does my child have to try for the Metro Stars? No, the Metro Stars is a membership-based organization. Anyone may join as long as they pay the membership dues and are serious about wanting to be a track and field athlete. How old does my athlete have to be to run for Metro Stars? Ages 6 to 18 are welcome. How long is the season? Typically, practices for the regular season will begin in March. The meet schedule runs from the end of May to the end of July. However, we hold off-season conditioning practices beginning in November. They're not required, but it's suggested that you attend. How important is practice attendance? Is it mandatory to attend each practice? It's very important. A variety of fundamental concepts need to be covered in track and field for all events. The coaches spend quality time and commitment into each workout to reassure these athletes progress at a proper rate and refrain from catching injuries. Therefore, we highly recommend attendance at all practice sessions, especially if your child's priority sport during the summer is going to be track and field. Is it an issue if my child is involved with other sports during the track season? It's not an issue at all. Schedule conflicts should be discussed with the coaches. However, summer practices are 4 days a week. Attending 3 out of the 4 days of practice is highly recommended in preparation for Saturday meets. The registration fee is still the same, no matter if your child plays baseball, soccer, 7-on-7, anything else during the summer. Your registration fee is still gonna be the same. It's still gonna be the same. Is participating in all track meets mandatory? Full participation is encouraged for everyone, including practices and meets. But if you're committed to the program and place this number one in your sport, try to make it to the track meets. The meet schedule will be released early enough to plan family vacations or to check for any possible schedule conflicts. So we've highlighted the very important meets that we really want y'all to be at on the schedule. So please make it to those meets. The other meets are good for you guys, for the kids, for training purposes and getting them out there and seeing what the competition is. So a lot of times they get out to that first meet and get hit in the mouth because that is a large meet. It's almost a national scale meet. So they get hit in the mouth and they get discouraged. But once you go to some of the smaller meets and you run against the people that you're going to be running against all summer, you feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm up on this level. My son or daughter has never run track before, so I'm not sure which events will be best for them. The coaches will use their best judgment to determine your child's strengths from the workouts and place them in events they feel your child will have the best potential in. It's likely some will shift various events throughout the season. Please trust the coaches to coach your child. When my son or daughter has run track before, they ran a certain event. Why are they not competing in that event this summer? Once again, please trust the coaches to coach your child. What should my child bring to practice? Water, low sugar sports drinks, wear comfortable workout attire, weather appropriate, and running shoes. Spikes will only be needed when the seasons begin. During the summer months, we recommend, cooler water, towel to keep cool, wet towel to keep cool, sunblock. Please, sunblock and bug spray are the most important things that you will need in New Orleans in the summertime because y'all will burn up and get bit up. Please be sure not to send your child to practice with basketball shoes, school shoes, or dance shoes. Those are not good for your kids' feet. While running, a comfortable running shoe with arch and heel support is needed. Wearing an appropriate shoe will prevent shin splints, inflammation of the heel, and damage to the Achilles tendons. These injuries are very common in young athletes wearing the wrong shoes to practice or from improper running technique during practice. How long are the track meets and when are they scheduled? Almost all track meets will take place on Saturdays. Please be prepared to plan your day from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Is it okay for my child to just practice with the team but not participate in the meets? Again, the New Orleans Metro Stars is a track and field club, not a fat camp nor a fitness class. So we ask for your commitment and dedication to the track club with the interest of your child being in the track and field athlete. The workouts will benefit any athlete in various sports. So if you decide to on track to assist your athlete in an alternate sport, that's totally fine. But respect the coaches and their teammates by communicating and attending practice and track meets regularly and on time. Also by paying the membership fee, you've already paid for your athlete's entry to the meets. How much will it cost for my child to run? So you have the basic membership fee, which is $400 that everyone pays to be a Metro Star. The uniform fee is a separate fee. So that's $65 to $75, depending on the age of the athlete or the size of the athlete. There are also separate fees for out-of-town meets, such as the AAU National Championships or the AAU Junior Olympics. Oh, we don't do that. We're not doing the club championships this year. We're only doing the USATF Junior Olympics. So pricing and planning for that, I would budget, because they're looking at hotel prices now is the low, on the low end, the hotels are costing about $170 per night. So if you're budgeting for them going out to Junior Olympics, you're looking at coming out at least $1,000 for that. We're trying to make it a little bit cheaper to get out there. That's why we're looking at the flights and everything and hotels to make it a little bit easier on you guys. So please bear with us, and we'll figure out how we're gonna get everybody out there at a low cost, but it's looking like $1,000 for that. So you're thinking $400, and then eventually, like, you have until July to come up with a G. About the uniform, does my son or daughter have to wear the tights when they reach the older age group? No, the compression uniform is definitely optional. However, all athletes under 13 must wear the shorts. I went over that earlier. How important is nutrition, and any tips on what my child should eat the day of a meet? Nutrition is just as important as training for our young athletes throughout the season. It is also something often overlooked by parents. One of our jobs as coaches is to teach proper nutrition and intake to the team, parents, and athletes to refrain from injuries and assist in effective performance during practice and, of course, the meets. The number one poison parents often allow their children to eat is sugar. That's snacks, candy, and cold drinks, y'all. Your child will absolutely not reap any benefits to their training or performance with overconsumption of the following: candy, hot chips, cookies, fried foods, and Cokes. Yes, they're kids, and those are the type of things they enjoy eating. However, overconsumption of any of the above prior to workouts or on the day of the track meet is absolutely unacceptable. Here's what we do recommend at least a few hours prior to practice: sandwiches, salad, goldfish snacks, pretzels, crackers, trail mix, fruit, water. So like during summer camp, they normally have breakfast and lunch. And then throughout the day, we need them to snack on light things throughout the day. So like goldfish snacks, pretzels, crackers, and things throughout the day. And hydrate. We're in New Orleans. When you sweat, it does not evaporate off. It's just water pouring out your body. So we just need to hydrate these kids every day. The day before a meet, we encourage consumption of 8 to 10 glasses of water, lean protein, chicken or seafood, and a pasta dinner. The carbohydrates, we're going to be out there. You need the carbs because we're going to be out there all day, like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 7 to 3, depending on their events. Like, it's a long day, and the kids need that energy from the protein and the carbohydrates. So please make sure your kids are eating properly the night before a meet. The day of a meet, it's important, but breakfast is important, but keep the serving size in moderation, especially depending on the time of day your athletes' events are scheduled. So pancakes and waffles are pretty good for carbs. Keep the low sugar syrup. That's a good thing. Like, I used to like to drown my pancakes in syrup, and I had to chill out when I got older and got more serious about the track. I just had to eat the pancakes. Turkey, bacon, and sausage. Those are much leaner than the pork sausage or beef sausage. Wheat toast, whole wheat breads are really good for the kids. Hot or cold cereal and oatmeal, fruit and yogurt, cereal and nutrition bars. They're really good for the kids. Bagels are really good. Bagels and cream cheese, peanut butter, bagels and peanut butter, fruits, all those type of things are good for your kids in the morning before the meet. Suggestion for your cooler for the track meets to keep with you throughout the day so that you guys don't pass out and die. Water, sports drinks, fruit and snacks, yogurt, cheese and crackers, graham crackers, Nutri-Grain bars, sandwiches. We don't want y'all parents. We had parents that was dang near passing out at track meets. We don't want that anymore. Please keep yourselves hydrated. Please eat something throughout the day. Don't sit there and drink a Coke and then go get a chicken plate from the concession stand and think you're gonna be okay for the rest of the day. You're not. Eat right so that y'all can make it and survive the summer. So y'all can take notes on this. Also, I've added something at the end of the parent manual so that, well, I've always had this in the parent manual, but a lot of people didn't read it. I did a lot of work on this and a lot of people didn't read it, but you know what, here it is again. The well-prepared track and field family. No one wants to be a part of a family that stuck out because they were not prepared for practices and meets. Listed here are a few items that you and your family may find necessary to survive during the summer. Understand that track meets are all-day events. On meet days, prepare to be out of the house from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So things that parents may need to invest in now to get ready for the summer, especially if you've never done sports with your kids before. So a golf-size umbrella for rain, protect yourself from rain and sun, rain ponchos, comfortable tennis shoes, bright colored clothing that reflect sun rays instead of absorbs them, stadium seats and folding chairs, y'all, those save your lives. Medium-sized towels, a light blanket, sunscreen, not suntan lotion. 1 year, a parent, she got suntan lotion because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be out in the sun today. I'm gonna give myself a tan." She burnt crispy. So please don't do that sunblock, please. Bug spray. We're in South Louisiana. Most of our meets are in South Louisiana and Mississippi. So bug spray is a must. These mosquitoes are out already, and it's February. Get yourselves a small first aid kit. These kids trip and fall all the time. They get scratched up. They accidentally spike themselves. They do a little bit of everything just to hurt themselves. Also, parents, just for you, keep plenty of headache medicine handy because that sun will take it out of you. Make sure you have a small portable ice chest that you can carry with you. And if you have a large family that you bring with you, get a big ice chest. Meet day necessities. Listed here are items that you may want to stock to bring into your portable ice chest to track meets: orange slices, grapes, bananas, thirst quenchers, frozen bottles of water, healthy snacks, sandwiches, large and small plastic baggies, ice packs, ice. Do not want to come to a meet with no ice. You're gonna be hit. Athlete book sack. So the kids, make sure that they have a good bag for themselves, that their names are on it. Keep their names on all the items that they had to keep their things with. Listed are items that you want to make sure that your kids have with them in their book sack or backpack, because some of y'all are from out of town. We say book sack down here. There's spikes, a towel, warm-up clothes, a bottle of water, a lunch, rain ponchos, extra socks, extra underwear, because you never know what happened at these track meets. And that's what the kids will keep with them at all times. So we've added one thing. I didn't think I would ever have to do this in addition to the pretty simple rules that we had, but we've had to add a Metro Stars code of conduct for the team. So once you guys read the parent manual that I'm going to send out, we need it to be signed and returned to us, like the last page to sign and return to us, saying that you've read the code of conduct and you understand it and you agree with it. Because we I didn't think I would have to say most of these things, but we apparently do. We apparently do. So the athlete code of conduct, this is for the kids specifically. Be courteous to others at all times. Do not brag or boast to your competitors or your teammates. There will be no fighting, arguing, or swearing. No earbuds or headphones at practice. Swimming is not permitted the day before a meet/race. Go to bed early the night before the meet/race. Arrive at the track prepared and ready to compete wearing your entire uniform. Do not arrive with rollers in your head, no do-rags or bonnets at track meets. Please and thank you. Our colors are white, purple, and Vegas gold. Approved compression undergarments are white, black, or purple. So once again, y'all, with the Ethica and the PSD underwears, please, solid colors only. Solid white, black, or purple. I don't want to see no stripes. I don't want to see roses. I don't want to see none of that camo. I don't want to see any of that, because you're gonna get sent home. Do not play on the track, in the stands, in bathrooms, under the bleachers, in a staging area, or any location where there's a competition or during practice. Athletes are not allowed to wear Crocs. I should have bolded this one. Number 9. I'm gonna yell right now. Athletes are not allowed to wear Crocs or slides once the season begins. Y'all got that? Y'all got it? All right. Do not forget your track shoes. Put your name on all clothing and shoes. Eat a healthy breakfast prior to track meet. See the nutritional guide. Go to the bathroom before arriving at track practice. Arrive 1 hour prior to the start of a track meet. Be on time. Stay out of the sun as much as possible. Stay under the team tent at meets. Do not leave the Metro Stars tent area without receiving a coach's permission. Number 17, Sitting with your parents during the meet is not allowed. Athletes must sit with the team during Metro Stars team, under the Metro Stars team tent. 8U athletes are required to sit with their parents though. Athletes are responsible for keeping track of the events and meets. Coaches are often on the field and reliably unable to ensure that every athlete gets to their event on time. We'll make sure the kids know the schedules. We have captains and all kind of stuff to help them know. And we're gonna put all the older kids on the app so that they're able to keep up with what's going on during the meets. So athletes are responsible for getting to the check-in tent before each event. There will be multiple announcements made by coaches, the team app, the captains, and the PA before events to let each athlete know what event is next and the check-in time. Return immediately to the team tents after your event. There's not going to be any walking around and hanging out and running around and playing and all that stuff at meets anymore. We had too many kids missing events, almost missing their relays because they were not where they were supposed to be. So from here on out, the kids will be under that team tent. Make sure your kid has a lunch with them. Make sure they have hydration with them because that's where they stand their butts at. So as soon as they run their event, they're coming back. Before their event, the coaches and the captains are going to let them know, hey, it's time for you to go check in. Y'all go check in. After that, they get right back to that tent and sitting their butts down. No walking around, no playing, none of that other stuff. If there's a problem at track athletes will follow track etiquette at all times. So the kids will learn track etiquette once practice starts. We teach them, there's no stepping on the track unless somebody tells you to step on the track. There's no playing on the track, that you look both ways before you cross the track, or a runway on long jump. You don't walk backwards on the runway. You step to the back. We teach them all the etiquette for the rules for their event. So they'll learn everything that they need to know, and they need to follow those rules and etiquette at all times. And it prevents injuries. It prevents disqualifications. It keeps the kids on track where they're supposed to be. If there's a problem at the starting line or at one of the field events, please wave your hand to get the attention of a Metro Stars coach, or come and get the coach. Do not argue with the officials. That'll be a quick DQ. Kids, please don't argue with the officials. Just make sure that y'all got everything. Like, if y'all understand what's going on, come get the coach. Just hurry up and get the coach and say, hey, the official said this. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this right now. And we'll go and talk to the officials. Most of the time we'll have a coach near one of the field events. So we'll have a coach at long jump. We'll have a coach over by the throws. We'll have the Metro Stars coaches will be somewhere warming kids up near the check-in tent. So if we have any issues with officials, and we'll have a coach probably at the finish line to pick up athletes after they're done, just to make sure they don't fall out and die. So, we'll have coaches everywhere. So just make sure that, you make it to a coach if you're having an issue. And we'll argue with the officials. That's what I'm really good at. Shake your competitors' hands and be friendly. So after your race, don't just walk off, even if you did bad, even if you did good. Dap the competitors off, say good job. Wish your competitors good luck before you run. Have some good sportsmanship. Number 24, do not purchase or eat junk foods from the concession stands during the track meets. I don't know how many times we saw kids with hot dogs and chicken, and they had a whole nother event to do. So they're not allowed to hit that concession stand during the meet and get junk food. So the parent guardian code of conduct. Parents will ensure the athlete gets to bed early the night before track meets. Parents will ensure the athlete eats before the track meet at least 2 hours prior to the meet starting. Parents are responsible for keeping track of the events in the meet. So, y'all don't need y'all are not to harass the coaches about when is the next event. You're supposed to be paying attention to that. Listen to the PA system. Parents will not give advice to any athlete regarding an event which contradicts that of his or her coach. Parents will not smoke, drink alcohol, or swear at practices or track meets. If a parent becomes irritated by action taken by another or some other discourtesy, they will contact the parent liaisons for resolutions. Parents will not interrupt practices or a meet. All information will be disseminated on the Stack Team app. Parents are responsible for reading all news and notification. Do not allow gossip at practice site and or risk between children to cause you to engage others physically or verbally. If there's an issue, parents will report the issue to the parent liaisons for resolution. Parents will take necessary precautions to ensure the athletes' proper behavior during all track meets and practices with Metro Stars and Metro Stars events. So if your athlete has, say, ADHD, and you think that you should take them off of their ADHD medicine during the summer. That is not ensuring your athletes proper behavior during the summer at all track meets or events. We need your kids to be alert and aware and doing what they need to do for their own safety. In order to prevent injury and fatigue, parents will not send their child away from the Metro Stars 10 area without notifying a coach. The kids need to sit. Parents will ensure a lunch is packed for their athlete and placed in his or her bag. Parents will not purchase junk food from the concession stands for their athletes. They should have a prepared lunch from home, which contains healthy items. Please refer to the nutritional guide. It will assist you in this request. If your athlete misses a Monday or the quote unquote hard day of practice, they will not be signed up for the upcoming meet. If you have to miss a Monday because of some prior activity, because they do another sport or something like that, communicate that with the coaches. But if y'all just missing just to miss, because you know it's going to be a hard day, it is what it is. We say what we said. That's the policy. We're not signing them up for that meet. The meet schedule will be on the Stack Team app. You're responsible for letting the coaches and administrators know if your athletes will be attending that meet as late as the Monday before the meet. That's the last chance. If your athlete is not on that attending list on Monday, we don't have them on the list to compete. So if you forgot, it is what it is. Because the way that registration works for track meet is not you just show up and the coaches put you in some event. No, that's not how it works. We've registered the kids by Wednesday. So once we have the people that's in the event by Monday, Tuesday, we're doing entries. And Wednesday, we're correcting it and fixing any mess ups. So that on Thursday, we can have the meet schedule and meet entries for the parents to be passed out to the parents so that everybody knows what their kids are doing. That's how the schedule goes. So if you don't, we've said it before, and people did not follow those instructions and they call on Wednesday and Thursday and say, oh man, we're coming to the meet on Saturday. I'm like, okay, now I got to make a call to the meet director and see if I can enter this kid late. That's not happening this year. If y'all don't enter by Monday, that's it. If y'all don't send us the information by Monday, that's it. Number 15, if your kid misses their field event practice, we will not reschedule that practice. So y'all saw the practice schedule. If your field event athlete misses javelin on javelin day, then you cannot come to practice on shot put day and bring your javelin and say, coach, can we work on javelin today? No, they're working on shot put that day. That's how this goes. There will be a hard 10-minute tardy policy for practice. Athletes in violation will be sent home. 10 minutes late, after you over 10 minutes late, then you're just being egregious. Like you gotta go home. You gotta go home. Like I understand that there's bad traffic sometimes, and most of the time we'll find out about that. Somebody will be on a group chat and say, hey, practice, like, there's traffic on I-10, there's an accident on I-10, we're coming from Slidell and we're stuck, just let us know ahead of time and we can adjust things like that. But if you're constantly coming late, if this is a habit of you coming late, nah, y'all can go ahead home. Go ahead home. Because the coaches are taking time to develop schedules for the athletes for, peaking and crescendoing and, getting what they need to do. So when kids come late to practice and they're missing warm-ups or a coach has to step aside to watch that kid do their warm-up when they could be helping the athletes who came on time, the majority of athletes who came on time, because it's really crazy that, some people, when people come late, they say, y'all don't care about me and what I'm going through, but there's 80 kids on this team. Like, we care about what you're going through, but we need you to be here for these. We also need you to be here for these other 80 kids who are on the team and respect your athlete. And that is the code of conduct. So the last page on the parent information manual is the acknowledgement and receipt. I received a copy of the Metro Stars 2023 information manual, blah, 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 blah. Sign it down here. So parent guardian signature printed, athlete signature printed, date. Make sure y'all get that to me before y'all even start practicing with us, because we need y'all to understand what's going on around here. So all the information shared in the slideshow was shared basically in the parent information manual. You know, if y'all have any questions about spikes and all that stuff, you know, just let me know. Yeah, so let me look at the chat, see what's going on. So practice does start. We do have practice this Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. at the City Park practice track. High school athletes. If you're running for your high school, don't make Metro Stars a priority. Y'all go to your high school practices. Make sure that y'all let y'all coaches know, like if you are coming to Metro Stars practices in addition to your school practice, you know, let your coaches know so that they say, okay, if they don't like it, then we don't want to cause any conflicts with them, with those coaches. But if, you know, you need the extra work, or if you've been running for your team, your school coach, and they're not giving you what you need, just let us know. We'll try to help you guys out. Let's see. Where do you upload the birth certificates? So birth certificates, you can upload them on the registration forms found at www.nometrostars.org/team. And there's an upload link on there on the registration form at the bottom of the page. Another message. Out of state members trying to join. Are you coming in state? We normally, like, we have a couple kids who live out of state but come during NORD. Has nothing to do with Metro Stars. I'll talk to y'all about NORD later. The kids who live out of state, they live with another parent in the summer, so they work with the Metro Stars then. So it's a little bit complicated for out of state athletes. Do we use NO Metro Stars to email to contact you directly? I don't see where there's a contact besides on that app. Yeah, if you need to email me directly, email me at nometrostars.org. Yeah, it is nometrostars@gmail.com. Yeah, so Maddie, you're about to start running with your school team. So your coach is actually pretty decent. So I don't have to worry about you until May. Just make sure that y'all get the registration fees in and order your uniform, and you'll be straight, Maddie. All right. You're an adult, Maddie. I like you, dog. Let's see, Wednesday. So which group do you choose on the app? Just be on the Metro Stars general group until we put you. If you're new to the team, stay on the Metro Stars general group and you'll get all the information that you need. If you come out and we figure out that you can throw, or you're a jumper, or we figure out what group you're supposed to be in early, then we can put you in the other groups. But most of the time, the Metro Stars group the general group is the best bet. If you have an athlete that turns 13 by the 5th of April, they'll be with the 13-year-olds. No, there will not be any swag bags or items. You'll have to purchase that from the swag store. That's not included in the fee. When y'all get on the app, make sure that y'all are joining the general Metro Stars group. Let's see. Make it open on Elwin now. All right. The parent packet, I am going to put that on the website just so y'all can have it, easy access to it. I sent it already on the app. It's already on there under the news page, and it's attached to this event right here. So it's on that app. I'm going to go through the people that signed up on the website, and yeah. So if your athlete is doing NORD, then yeah, y'all can run NORD. I don't care. Y'all can start. Y'all can even practice with us. We have kids that practice with us and do NORD. NORD is not serious at all. So go to your NORD practices. Come to our practice. Y'all can start whenever. Just y'all don't have to make Metro Stars a priority. Shout out to you, Monica. Yeah. So we're gonna work with you guys. Just work with us. Follow these rules and guidelines that we set in place, and we should be straight for the season. If you find that you're not interested in the New Orleans Metro Stars, hit me up. I have a list of teams in the area that you might like better than us. Sometimes we're not for everybody, but we love y'all anyways. We love everybody. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Any other questions? Stop the share. Nope, no more questions. All right. So, thank you guys for coming to the meeting. Thank you guys for listening to me talk for an hour and a half. Shout out to y'all. Can't wait to get to work with the kids, get started, getting ready for the season. Can't wait to go to jails. Shoot me an email if you need anything, if you have any questions. Oh yeah, the coaches will not be sharing their contact information with y'all unless it's absolutely necessary. Because we found that it's not conducive to this environment. So contact the coaches. You can send direct messages on the app. I believe if you go to members or something like that. Do I have that on here? Let's see. Let's look. Team stack. Oh, I gotta make that tab available. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so when shout out to Tim, I miss that dude. So I'm gonna make the members tab available on the app so that if you need to email a coach, then you'll be able to message them on the team app. Because yeah, y'all having the direct contact information for all the coaches is actually insane. Because y'all harass people. Love y'all though. So yeah. Yeah, so once again, all my high school and NORD athletes and JPRD athletes, y'all can still come to practice. We don't care, as long as y'all run it across y'all's coaches for NORD and JPRD in high school and they say, oh yeah, that's outside of the time that y'all are practicing with us, that's fine. Or they say, I don't care, as long as you fast. That's what NORD does. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, good talking to y'all. Good meeting you guys. I'm about to pop in the meeting. I'll see y'all on Wednesday at practice.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.